nothing is sufficient. So there's still always a debate on it, and there's no consensus on what is the best way for diagnosis, what is the best way for reconstruction, which fractures needed syndesmotic fixation, and so on. You see, a lot of open questions what we have is syndesmotic injury and syndesmotic problems. For the diagnosis, what is the best for the diagnosis? Clinic, conventional X-ray, arthrography, and so on. For the clinical examination, you see the external rotation test. There's a current of 75%, increase the 50% palpation, 26%. You see, the clinical diagnosis is only a suspicion, but it's not doesn't make it true. For the conventional X-ray, you see the gapping here. If it's more than 4 millimeters, then it's positive. Then if there's a gapping of more than 4 millimeters, especially in the ultimate X-ray from the contralateral side, then you see the trimastine instability here. This was Prince 8. It's more difficult to find out. Arthrography, it's not very popular, but still a very, very good method, and the sensitivity is 90%. Sensitivity is not so high. Ultrasound is not so good. MRI, of course, the gold standard now. Find the problems with the syndesmosis, ruptures of the syndesmosis. The sensitivity and specificity is 93 and 100%. That means now MRI is the best for making it. What is new now is you not only see planes. If you make an MRI in a 45 degrees obliquity, then you really see the endartered syndesmosis and the posterior syndesmosis, and then you see it much better. When you are in doubt, they should reconstruct it in a 45 degree level, then you see the syndesmosis much better than the coronal plane. That's really what's new in the last. The CT scan for acute is not very good, but it's for reconstructed cases, the CT scan is perfect because you can compare both sides. For the acute case, it's for postoperative control, CT scan is the best way to check it. But that is interesting. There's a study, 42% of their post-fixation patients have still residual diastasis. That means if you make a syndesmotic proof, 40% were wrong. But that's not only this. If the difference is more than 2 millimeters, then the CT scan is positive, then there is a malreduction. And again, a paper from 2006, 52% had a malreduction. That's really, I think, the screw which is done worse in the whole body is syndesmotic. Nothing was diagnostic, nothing is 100%. The combination of the analysis, clinical examination, MRI is the key to find the right diagnosis, and CT and ultrasound have lesser value. For postoperative CT scan with a high value to check your result. The other question is what to do. Do we always must operate all of them or not? Which can be treated non-operatively? I think the key for this is the CT scan. If you have a CT scan, and in this case, and then the CT scan, you see that the joint is really closed. Then, if there is no diastasis, no rotatory difference, then you can make it non-operative. If you have a true rupture of syndesmosis. In sportsmen, we operate all of them. Because in sportsmen, it lasts very long to heal. They must stay long weight bearing for 6 to 8 weeks with crutches. And in sportsmen, that's bad. That's the reason to do it. That's professional soccer player, you have seen that the arthrogram where you see syndesmosis is ruptured. And we fixed it with an absolute screw. And this is, you can start with partial weight bearing after 3 weeks in the work. The other question is, which ankle fracture requires syndesmotic fixation? And then you see here, there's no consensus, which is really, but what is true is, if you have a high fibular fracture, you need it. The margin is about 4 to 5 centimeters above the ankle joint. If the fracture is 4 to 5 centimeters above the articular surface, then you should do a syndesmotic screw. But there's a difference between a deltoid rupture and a fracture of the medial malleolus. If you have a fracture of the medial malleolus and you reach the stable fixation of the medium material, the really stable medium column, then you can extend it up to 15 centimeters for making a syndesmotic screw. But if you have a deltoid rupture alone and no avulsion fracture, then you should be more aggressive with the syndesmotic screw. Like in this case, and if you are in doubt, you can make the hook test. And you see, with the hook test, then it widens a little bit. That means syndesmotic is unstable, and then you must do screw. The same is with an external rotation test. You can again see the external rotation test, how it happens. You see it widens on the medial side. And if you see it intraoperatively, then the syndesmotic screw should be done. That's how it is done. You hold this one hand tibia, and with the other hand you push the heel to lateral with an external rotation and on the fluoroscopic control. For the dimension difference, the deltoid rupture, the margin is about 4 to 5 centimeters. Then we should do it with the syndesmotic screw. If you have a fracture in a stable situation, it can go up to 15 centimeters if it stays stable enough, and then you can let it alone and make no syndesmotic screw. Yeah? Can go like that. But if you do a syndesmotic screw, the most important thing is to make it correct. You must do it from the fibula of the tibia, that is here, parallel to the joint line, about 25 to 30 degrees upwards, and it's a fully threaded screw, no leg screw. Yeah? It's a positioning screw, it's holding together. But you must taper all cortices under fluoroscope, and then it's important, you must taper it in all cortices under fluoroscopic control. Because if you come to the fibula and miss the tibia, when you taper it in, then you go into diastasis. Yeah? You must check it really under fluoroscopic control that you reach the tibia. And if you have a binding ball, screw back and start again. Screwing and bind up, you see that leads to diastasis. Yeah? Then, and over the reduction is a very good option. It becomes more and more popular. Always there's something capitated. There's now many open, especially the great now says make it open and make it under direct visualization that you see that the fibula is in the gap. That's the correct position where it should be done. How to correct the length? I prefer the hook. I take the hook on in the lateral malleus, then you can push it down and then and it's unstable. This spike here, yes? This spike here, and this goes down and it's in line. Then you have the correct length. Then you make a manual compression of the joint. Then you move the foot up and down, that it really goes into the groove. And then I make a perpendicular spin, and then I drill. See how it's done. How can I check it? You see it, that medial gapping, right? You see it here. If this spike is up, we have a medial gapping. If it's down, it goes. And we have heard before that this ball from Weber. Yeah, this ball of Weber should fit in here. And if you see this gap, that means the fibula is too short. That's wrong. That's a wrong situation. Which implant? Question 2.5 or 4.5. There's no superiority of 4.5 to 3.5. That you can take all those 3 or 4 quarters. It's the same question. That 4 quarters give supporting and shear stress. That means better during weight bearing, especially in mesoneal fractures. That's a high fibular fracture. I recommend 4 quarters. But the biomechanics studies show almost the same. The same is there's no clear mechanical advantage of 4.5 to 3.5. At which level? Same question, you have to do it. Camel to breast, recommend 2.2 to 3 centimeters above joint level. Others said there's no difference to make 2, 3, or 5. You cannot make it differentiate. There's no clear mechanical advantage. That means you can take 3.5, 4.5, you can take it to 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 5 centimeters. All is biomechanically proven, and there's no how many processes is the other question. There's no strong evidence to support 3 quantities over 4, vice versa. Again, he says, all is in discussion. We can do everything. From me personally, I always make 4 quantities. Because I feel much more stable. Because there's 3 quantities, it still can tilt up a little bit. There's 4 quantities, you hold the length. But biomechanically, it's not the same. Yeah? Tightrope is very popular. For me, tightrope is a good implant. The most important thing is a stable situation. If you have a high fibular fracture, for me, only one tightrope, it still can shift up and down. That's the reason I prefer the screw. But if I have that the whole length of the fibula is forward and it's stable, then the tightrope can hold it better. Especially in old reconstructive cases, the tightrope is a good thing. In the case of a stable osteocentritis of the fibula, I prefer the tightrope. In case of basionet fractures, I prefer 2 syndesmotic screw with screw corners. That's my personal opinion. Spire screw should be very popular. We made it about 12 years ago. We started with spire screws and said, okay, good, if spire must not remove it, it can break and it's out by itself. But what we did see with spire screws is that a big number of small bridges from tibia to fibula. And we get a really big fibular fusion. Okay. That's the reason we stopped it again. Yeah? And the other side is to remove the screw. That's interesting. The leverage is the most takes 8 to 12 weeks to heal. Many do the screw out after 6 weeks. After 6 weeks it's not healed. And really you see some cases which go after 6 weeks. On the other side, that's the patient is broken screws and an optimum clinical outcome in the comparison is shown is intact or removed screws. That means there's a study from Hamid that it showed when you let the screw in and after 8 to 10 or 12 weeks the screw breaks, the patient has the best result. That means if you remove it, you should not remove it before the 12 weeks. Should it let it long enough. Yeah? But that's the other time. 24% complication rate is removing a hollow screw. You should wait for it. Yeah? The other question is what to do with the customer errors. It's always a question what to do. It always has to that you must not fix it. It heals from itself. That's true. It heals from alone. But for me, I always recommend to fix the posterior errors. Because on the posterior errors, the posterior syndesmosis is fixed. The posterior syndesmosis is very strong. Yeah. First, what I always recommend is fix the posterior error. Then the repositionment back, the correction is much easier. That's, even if it's smaller than 1/6, I try to fix it because you get much more stability, easier to remove. Yeah? Yes, colleagues, I think I go over this special topic. And because we are out of time, we can discuss it. Come to the end. Summary. Yeah? Correct diagnosis and correct management is influence the long-term outcome. That's really what is most important. What you mentioned is that we have a high number of malreposition after syndesmotic screws. That means, on the other hand, if you are in doubt, you should make a CT scan after the operation. Check it how it really looks like, and you will see there are a lot of. I've been in a meeting where 40% of malreduction. My team knows I'm trying to put an end and to put an end surgery, and we're very, very tough. Then you must check it. We always have it now and learn it. No more reposition because they've learned how to do it. You can do it. Some chronic pain, osteoarthritis, and joint instability is one of the main reasons after ankle fracture if the patient has pain is a malreduction of the syndesmosis. And that's an old paper from 1996 because lateral displacement of the fibula of 1 millimeter results in the loss of 42% of the tibia talar contact. That means you have a malpositioning to get a high stress on the ankle joint. you must correct it correctly. 3.5, 4.5 is no difference. Base bearing, one start sometimes after 3 to 4 weeks, we start after 6 weeks, 6 weeks of crutches, and we remove the joint after 12 weeks.